Stay clean as a whistle, you think you official, we know that you not. Hop on the mic and discuss every issue, might take a few shots. Kick back and relax, don't overreact, it's only your thoughts. Tell me is it facts, or maybe it's cat, we never gon' stop.
Yeah, it's your boy Big Just LaFlair. We got Kazadi with me, we got Brandon with me, we got goddamn Lil Chris in the building, and we are back, episode 38, baby.
Episode motherfucking 38.
Yeah, man. It's been a long week. A long week. So we'll cover some bullshit that happened yesterday. That was yesterday, right? With the Atlanta shootings.
Yeah.
So
a hate crime?
Yeah, it was a hate crime yesterday, guys. Some guy named Robert Aaron Long.
He had a long day, that's what he said.
The man suspected of gunning down 8 people Tuesday night in a series of Atlanta area shootings at 3 massage parlors has been charged with a murder. Robert Aaron Long, 21, faces 4 counts of murder and 1 count of assault in the shooting of a massage parlor in Cherokee County. The other victims were killed at 2 massage parlors in Atlanta, which make up the other 4 murders. They count for a total of 8. Basically, and they were all Asian women who were murdered.
But if you wanted a happy ending, niggas, you should just should have gotten in with the Buford Highway. You wouldn't got that shit. You ain't had to go kill nobody because you didn't get one.
I don't know what bro was on.
They said he was sexually frustrated. He was at the end of his ropes. He had a long day. And he went in there and shot folks.
That's what they said for real?
Who's they?
No, like the
news,
like the guy. I forgot. I ain't gonna quote the nigga name, but he was
like
on.
A blogger?
He was on CNN. He got on live press conference. It was on every station.
So he was sexually frustrated.
He said he was sexually frustrated. He said he was at his wit's end, and
it says right here.
Fuck him and that nigga.
Excuse me. It says 6 of his victims were Asian and 7 were women. Authorities said Long told police that his actions were not racially motivated and that he potentially had a sex addiction and lashed out at what he saw were sources of temptation. So basically he's tempted by Asian women.
You can't go to Cherokee, shoot up a spa,
drive your head to Atlanta,
and then shoot up 2 more. And then the only one that wasn't a female, only reason why that dude got shot is because he like tried to confront him and he shot him.
Yeah.
My thing is, if you sexually frustrated, wouldn't that be more of a sexual assault case? Why would you shoot? You know, you get sexual pleasure from shooting.
I don't get that
Chicago
shit, bro. I don't get that shit at all.
I think this is a hate crime, man. Like I feel like it's just some racist shit. Like.
And then did you see that they was trying to, what was that, Fox News put up that bullshit ass headline that said how black people could like support Asian people or something like that. And I'm like, so basically y'all doing any and everything not to talk about why this man shouldn't be racist.
About how white people don't be terrorists.
And now we gotta goddamn take the blame for some shit we ain't got nothing to do with.
I mean, most of the black people I see is sticking up for the Asian. Like, they ain't had nothing to do with it.
That wasn't our problem, man.
That's kind of seemed like, you know, RIP to those who were lost, but at the same time, kind of just like, for me, like, it's unfortunate, but, you know, what can we do? I don't see too many people speaking up for us when we get into it. And I'm not trying to be petty or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, I guess that's just the way the world works. Like, you mind your business when it ain't your problem, I guess. You know what I mean?
I feel like, man, that's just another Buckhead become a new Chirac, man. Like, that shit getting...
He took that shit to Cheshire Bridge.
Crazy out there.
Yeah.
Like, the bodies just be... People just be getting killed.
They piling up. They piling the fuck up. Where y'all want to go to on the next one, man? RP to those victims, you know what I mean?
Stimmy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the stimulus.
Niggas got stimulated.
Get your Birkin, ladies.
I don't know how far you gonna get. But that $1,400 to help a
So
little
get a
something.
wallet.
Get your
Birkin
iced out polar
headband.
bear. Get your exotic animals and shit, man.
A Birkin headband.
What y'all get with y'all stimmies, man? What exotic gifts y'all get?
I just paid ahead on my
You said
bills, to be honest with you. I paid ahead on my bills. I tried to be responsible before I did something stupid.
Mm.
You feel me? So, you know, the
Right.
taxes though. Ha! Them taxes is.
Right, what you spend your stimmy on?
Nothing yet.
Are you plotting?
I can't even talk about this on air, but yeah, it's spent.
Okay.
It's spent.
The zoo ain't had an animal you wanted.
Nah,
I feel
I gotta fly and go get
Oh, you got a
them.
flyer,
That
okay.
nigga gotta go find a lion.
They'll export the animal you want.
How many burgers you gonna buy with it?
Shit, at least 3.
3 pieces?
Jeez. Cousin Sticky got me.
Oh.
Cause I know we gonna be real or not.
Cousin Sticky got me.
Shout out to all the drug dealers right now. I know your trap going crazy.
Boy, that, the liquor store, the shoe store,
Shit.
goddamn.
Every 5-star restaurant.
For real. Not even 5-star. Didn't go to Red Lobster. Niggas is going crazy. Niggas ain't never been nowhere. Y'all seen it was a dude who killed his whole goddamn family.
I seen that shit, bro.
Bro, these folks is crazy, bro.
I seen that shit. bro.
$1,400 when you kill them.
Listen, fellas, I'm gonna tell you this. When it comes to taxes, when it comes to the stimmy, if your girl filed for the kid, bro, just if she ain't feeling generous, bro, you gotta let that go. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I know maybe it don't seem right.
That shit one of those standards you gotta live with, man.
Yeah, bro, you just gotta let her have it, bro.
That's 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I was
man.
about to ask mine for motherfucker, just a piece of it.
Hey, you know,
I ain't gonna do it.
that's all right. My son on the way. I mean, we splitting that motherfucker down the middle next year. You get Cali, I get him. I ain't gonna say a name on here yet. But Kirk Franklin
Stomp.
had him a long week. Plies Franklin.
Plies Franklin, nigga.
Hold on. He was talking to his son. Hold on. Let me not play it.
Respect to that nigga, man.
So he got a 33-year-old son. His son posted up some video of them having an altercation over the phone, a dispute, an argument. And Kirk Franklin,
Being a human.
being a black father, he did some black father shit. And let me just play the audio. That nigga turned into Pinky. That nigga sounded like Pinky, bro. I'll never break your neck, nigga.
Don't you ever! They hit a falsetto.
Oh my God. We knew he had vocals, but you know, he let the choir get them motherfuckers in. So, hold on. Let me see what the caption said that he put up. He said, the son said, "This is why I'm done. No father should speak to their children like this. If I have any issues, it's because of this type of treatment that I deal with behind closed doors. Hanging up in my face, no apology, no compassion, no effort. Stop telling me to go home to my family. I don't even know where they live. I don't think I'll ever trust my father to be alone around him ever again. I didn't want to do this. I probably won't release the entire recording because it's embarrassing that I'm even dealing with this. No matter what people think, I prayed on my dad and hope that he deals with his deep hatred towards me. I don't feel safe around him at all. This recording is recent. It's not from 2018, just to clarify. I'm going to learn from these experiences, live my life in peace, and make beautiful art."
You a whole bitch ass nigga if you ask me.
Okay.
Well, a grown man gonna out another nigga, phone, record a nigga and then put that shit on. That's a bitch move for you, man. I don't care who it is, famous, not famous.
I'm gonna say this. I think we have a problem in society of forming a whole opinion only on pieces of information. So we don't know what kind of trauma that man had growing up. We don't know if Kirk Franklin could be an abusive ass father. We don't know anything. But from listening to that snippet and just talking about that snippet, I lean more towards the parent as far as like the onus of respect should come from the kid if I raise you. But especially if you're a child, but as an adult, like that sometimes that clash comes ahead. You gotta remove yourself from the situation if you're an adult. I feel like Kirk Franklin didn't really jump out the window too much, but when his son said shut the fuck up.
Well, see, he wasn't. See, one thing I would defend, he didn't tell him to shut the fuck. He was mocking him. He was like, "Oh, shut the fuck up." Oh, like he wasn't saying you need to shut the fuck up.
Maybe me and Kirk didn't hear it that way.
I heard it. I listened to it like 2 times, and somebody pointed it out, and I was like, "Oh, I can tell what he was saying then."
So then I can see where he was like, "Oh, motherfucker, you ever?" Something like, cause it's like I don't know. I just grew up in that like where it's just you gotta respect your parents even regardless. And it's just that's just culture I'm in. But as a grown man, I feel like you 33 years old. That's the best way to handle it. It just shows that you are yourself. You need help. Like you can't. Either one. You do one or two things. You being inspired. You trying to catch your dad and trying to out him. That's some iffy shit to me. Or you just crying for help. So if you crying for help, go get the help you need, and hopefully Kirk Franklin get the help he need.
So.
What help do you need? He being a parent.
Okay, so look.
I mean,
like
he abused him.
So like he said for one, it was just a clip. I don't know if the son said anything to get him to that point, or if that nigga just called him on one. You know what I'm saying? So we really shouldn't. He posted that up, so that's why we're talking about it. But in actuality, it really shouldn't be an opinion formed about the situation. Now, for me, I do like my first instinct when I'm watching that is like shit. We all done been there with. I don't know necessarily know a parent, but like we've seen this before. You know what I'm saying? Just in our community, we've seen maybe a friend, maybe a cousin, maybe your brother or your sister, or maybe even you have been in this type of experience. You know what I'm saying? Now, I also feel though that we're kind of traumatized and we don't realize it. You know, because when you think about it, I do agree that no dad should talk to their parents like that. But Kirk Franklin is from the old school, and his parents probably talked to him like that. You know what I mean? I don't honestly agree with posting up the video. But then again, what if this is like something that he's been dealing with his whole life and he really has nowhere to go with it? He doesn't know, because of the trauma. So like you said, he may need help. Kirk Franklin might need the help. I don't know. Like that's why it's hard for me to have an opinion on it. The only thing I can say, the parents want respect for the kid, but you can't talk to your kid like that. You can't talk to your adult kid like that and not expect no pushback at that age. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Like it's one, and I think that's where we go wrong. Like a lot of parents, and I'm not saying this is Kirk Franklin at this point. I'm just speaking in general. Like it's one thing to discipline your child, but I think a lot of parents either want you to be scared of them or like they demand respect to a point where they take it a little too far. And that's kind of where I think it sound like that could be a possibility in that situation. But we don't know. I just don't. I personally, my goal in life, and I'm not saying Kirk Franklin's goal is that. My goal isn't to ever talk to my kids like that, but I think
there's different.
Sometimes some kids can push you just like your parents can push you.
Different ways can catch different generations. Like you can be more stern. You can be more communicate with your kid. Like just treat them like like an adult, like not even a peer, but just treat them like with some respect. Some parents be like, nah, kid, I don't have to explain myself to you. You do as I say, and if I get loud, if I curse, you deal with it.
And that's why I don't agree with that.
But I would say that mold should only, a parent also should know. Some parents be like, okay, once you get of age, once you out my house, once you do your own thing, then we're gonna.
The respect level should
be at least a little bit more.
Happy medium.
That's why we would need more of that conversation.
That's what we said.
Like I feel like that conversation, for him to still be talking to him like that at 33, that was some shit that was said that he need to talk to him like a grown man, like he would talk to a nigga on the street.
Cause like,
That conversation.
But you can say that, but you can't.
I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, that's one way to look at it. But then you could also look at it from the way that he's saying it and saying like, my dad is basically, that's who he is. He's traumatic. Like it don't, like, you know what I'm saying? There are parents like that. I've seen it. You know what I mean? Kirk Franklin could be a really crazy ass nigga. We don't know.
But at
you know what I
33
mean?
years old, I'm not recording no conversation.
We all agree that he probably shouldn't have recorded it.
I think that's my problem.
I think we all agree he shouldn't have recorded it, but then I also look at it like shit. What if he feel like shit? You put that on yourself. What if he called him and just started cursing him out of nowhere? And like say he really didn't deserve that. Like maybe you see, you gotta understand, we all different people, right? It seems like Kirk Franklin's son is probably a sensitive guy. He could be sensitive, and that's what it is. Like, and you talk to him like that, he could be hurt. He could be like, I really don't know what to do. I'm not saying that I would handle it like that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to sound like the guy that's protecting Kirk Franklin, because what if Kirk Franklin really is the monster in this situation? You know what I'm saying?
I only like him putting it out. That's the last resort.
But what? So you'd rather?
Because think about it, 33 years is an older age to be just putting that out. So you could look at it from a perspective of like, he been dealing with this shit so long. At this point, this is kind of like you just said, like his last resort.
So I'm saying, what are you getting out of putting it out?
I mean,
you could get help.
Yeah.
People
he literally said if something happened to me, like it's like he's scared of his dad.
You could be scared of the dad. You could be like, look, this is like, and that is just public information.
So
this is what y'all think. This is the guy.
I don't know.
So you don't think he just put it out there for him to like, oh, okay, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Now I want you to lose all your endorsements or whatever deals you have.
I mean, but what if he do feel like this man put on a facade and this is what people think of him, and they might be telling him all the time that your dad's such a great person, such a great person, such a great person. I'm not vouching for him, but I'm saying I understand. I kind of can understand why he would do it. Would I do it? Probably not. But he's probably like, yo, I'm tired of protecting this guy. I have to protect this guy, and in return, I get treated like shit. You know what I mean?
I probably would never do that, but I can understand why I would do that. It's just a difference of opinion. But
I don't think I could. I don't think I could understand it.
I don't know. But see, you come from, but you know what? And I can't speak for your household growing up. But from my observation, your parents are like your house is chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you came up like that with that type of.
Like I said, my parents never.
People talking to you like
my
that?
parents never cussed me out or nothing like that. They've raised their voice and shit like that, but they never like cussed at me like that. But I mean, I have been like, I've seen it. I wouldn't have. You just gotta take that one. Like it just is what it is.
But you can say you can take that one. But what we're trying to say is, what if that's something that's continuously happening?
Right. So that's.
What if like your dad is just a real fucking jerk, asshole, toxic dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he really ain't shit, and you've been protecting him by not saying nothing about money?
I don't see what the internet is going to do to fix that. There's nothing.
I get that. I get that point, but like I say, I kind of can get his point too. Just when I say that, I'm just saying like he probably feel like that. You see, Kirk Franklin when he came and apologized, he said like, we've been through counseling, we've been through this, we've been through that. You know, the son released another video. Hold on. He released a second video.
You ever?
Here we go. Okay, so you can't really understand what he's saying, but he put up a caption responding. He put up a conversation because Ricky Smiley posted a conversation and was saying like how he's side with Kirk.
What did Ricky say?
He was just saying like he's side with Kirk because he'd been through the same thing with his children.
Disrespectful, ungrateful.
These kids, they old school. You know, that's exactly how they're gonna talk the sentiment. Now, I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but basically what he's saying is like everybody's on. He was directing it to Ricky Smiley. Like everybody's on me, but I got recorded conversations from him. Like that's what he does, And he's just saying, he says, let me see, read a little bit of it. Let's dive deeper into the tape, since my father won't post it himself. He has been recording me for many conversations. He has his own files. Let's talk about why counseling stopped, because you caused battery. I still didn't press charges. So he's saying he put his hands on him. I still didn't press charges, and you quit counseling. All the money you ever spent can't replace the lack of effort. Now he's just talking to Ricky Smiley, but basically he's saying like, you know, it's been abusive. Like he basically abused him physically. He never pressed charges. He records. He's saying like, you're not what you say you are. So I'm not saying I believe him.
But I mean, has anybody ever thought Kirk Franklin was squeaky clean?
I'm not saying that, but
Like,
what I'm saying is
always he's human. Like,
but put it like
he's
this.
never
Now let's say that
been
he's in the but let's say that
as for just being a person.
I can't imagine my dad trying to put hands on me and let's say that I'm 30 years old. Like I can't imagine that.
At this point, you two grown men, and y'all, hey, it just got there.
I mean,
We don't know.
but obviously he's not that type of person. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he's obviously not that type of person.
So if
It seems like he's not the type that he's not gonna necessarily fight his pops. He may be scared of his pops. You know what I mean?
that don't mean he's not talking crazy to him.
Listen, I get that. I think you just look. I'm trying to get you to see it from another side. I think you just looking at it one sided. You know what I mean?
He don't agree with the other side. But I think that might just be because
I think
you
that's,
can't relate to it.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't think that you necessarily relate to the other side, so that's why you can't understand it. So I'm trying to give you a better understanding. I ain't saying I necessarily agree with everything, but what I'm saying is,
If you grew up in a different situation, you might have a different opinion.
yeah, like I kind of
If
can
your
see.
pops was like Kirk Franklin.
Like I
maybe-
said, my pops, he was stern. Like it built up to a level of respect that I'm not gonna push him to that.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying he would never go there. If I took him there, if I was doing something that deserved that talking to.
Like I said, I'm not like Kirk Franklin.
But what if you didn't? But see, you looking at it like that. But what if you never did? What if you don't feel like you ever pushed him to that limit and he just quick tempered?
I guess it's hard to believe.
That's what
This
I'm
right
saying.
here, we can go back all day on this.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know. So, yesterday, Candace Owens and Cardi B were going at it. It started from Megan Thee Stallion's performance of WAP on the Grammys.
So they already had beef before.
Yeah, they've been beefing.
It's about third, fourth.
But they did a little move, a little sexual move where they kind of like patted on the vagina and then they did like a little twist. It was real sexy, you know what I'm saying? And Candace Owens tweets Cardi B. She says, millions of young girls follow you at your best and you are self-deprecating and humorous. At your worst, you are naked, shoving your vagina into another woman's vagina while thrusting atop of her.
He said, at your best, you self-deprecating.
You were at your worst on the Grammy stage. Do better at I'm Cardi B.
Now, first thing I gotta say, why wasn't Meg tagged in that?
I'll tell you.
Because she has a personal issue with Cardi B.
If you're gonna come at one, come at both of them.
Because they do anything for clout.
Yeah, this is a clout move.
Like,
She knows that Candace Owens knows that Cardi B gonna respond.
Candace Owens is smart, right? She's smart. Regardless of what people say about her, she's smart. She has a show that came out today. All this happened yesterday, or I guess in this case, it'd be 2 days ago. She had a show that came out yesterday. Debuted it. When you go
Like
on
a TV show?
TV show. When you go on Twitter, trending topics, the first name was Candace. When this was all done, she said, "Hey y'all, my show is #1 trending topic. Her show is her name, Candace."
Yeah, it's for the clout then.
So, and she's smart. She aligns herself with Cardi. She knows, all right, it's the issue. I can use Cardi, like women empowerment, on the other side. Be like, nah, you making women look bad. They gonna clash. So
And you know
regardless
Cardi B
if
gonna
it's true or
fuck with
not,
Babe.
and you know she's gonna fuck with Babe. And she probably can articulate
Better
than Cardi can in ways that where like if you're more conservative, you're gonna fall for her viewpoint.
Yeah.
Versus if you more ratchet, you're gonna fall for Cardi, or you just be like let somebody do what they want.
Fuck her too.
So Cardi B responded to that.
So
And she put up some receipts.
The backseat, back. Yeah.
She put up some receipts and some wild ass tweets. Candace always said,
Allegedly. She said she didn't say it.
"This is the tweet."
Oh, I saw it. She said it didn't happen, but that shit is there.
Okay, so we'll get there. It says, she said, "Not you talking about two women thrusting their vaginas together while your husband and brother slap cocks and balls together. Well, would you look at that?" And the tweet said, "Yes." This is from Candace Owens. "Yes, my husband did cheat on me with my brother. Yes, he said no when I asked to join them."
What kind of white people shit?
And then she posted up the vlog. She posted up all the vlogs and websites that reposted up that because Candace Owens was saying how she's gonna sue.
Yeah.
How she's gonna sue.
I think Candace is tripping with the suing shit because people. I don't know if you can.
And you started it.
And she's done that before.
She said she's
Yeah.
lying.
She's done that.
She said she photoshopped it.
She lied on people before on Twitter to make a point.
Yeah.
So, but that's just
Hey, y'all
true.
know how to do a little thing, and we can figure this shit out if it happens or not.
Oh, they said the tweet was
If
deleted.
you delete the tweet, you can't.
Yeah, you can't find it no more. It's been deleted.
But that's some wild shit if it's true.
You out here moving like that? Like imagine like your husband cheating with your brother. Oh my god.
And Cardi said, "Yeah, my husband slept around, but."
She was like, "Did yours sleep with your brother?"
Yeah, you can't articulate your way around that one.
That's why she was. "I'm suing you."
Cardi, that's the thing. I think Candace can be more articulate, but Cardi can be more petty. She
Yeah,
don't
more humorous. She don't have to be politically correct.
Correct.
She can say what she want to say.
And she can still go put an album out tomorrow. And she
Right.
right. Too.
And if you
But-
take it there, we seen Cardi B run up on bitches with heels and beating bitches up allegedly in the strip club. So it like,
But I feel like Cardi giving her so much clout, man.
yeah.
Every time she tie her name, her followers go up, her attraction go up. More people are, oh, Candace. So
See,
it's
Cardi B is a street chick who her you could tell her, and she worked in a strip club, and the whole thing behind that is like you don't back down from nothing.
Yeah.
And she from New York too.
Nigga, she's
So you know
human.
how
Just
that
like
goes.
Kirk Franklin, she human. Somebody say something to her, she gonna react.
Yeah.
You might not like how she react. But
I didn't say I don't think she.
no,
did.
I'm just saying like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like she doesn't have that
I
mentality.
mean, at this point, we
My
kind of know.
business is
We
bigger
know
I
if you hold some kind of stature, we know how Cardi's gonna react.
I just feel like it gives her a light, but it just gives Candace way more light.
Yeah.
So if
She's got more to gain
got
from
way
it than
more
you
to
do.
gain.
You're on the Grammys. You already a Grammy winning
she's
artist.
using you,
You just went diamond,
she knew. Okay,
and the WAP is already 6 times platinum.
damn, this is the hottest thing. She
Yeah.
dropped the music video. I'm gonna say something and draw your attention. Now, every time somebody say WAP, they gonna think of me.
WAP is gonna be diamond probably halfway through the year.
It's like it come with it. I'm attaching myself to your legacy, essentially. And it's like Cardi bigger than that. It's like
Yeah,
don't get used unless you don't give a fuck.
that's the thing. I don't think she give a fuck.
Keep her name out.
So we had Big U and Quando Rondo. Recently, Big U was on the Breakfast Club, and I can't recall how they got to the conversation, but he was just saying like basically how, you know, because for those of y'all who don't know Big U is a OG. He's one of the people responsible for putting Nipsey Hussle on.
So he's California.
He's a old neighborhood crip with a lot of clout, he's that guy. He's the guy you call when you come into town as a rapper and you need, you got to check in to make sure that you're safe. That's the guy that you would call, right? So he was there promoting, I think it was called Hip Hop Undiscovered. It's a good show, y'all should watch it. Where basically it's kind of like about the OGs of hip hop.
True.
How the streets in hip hop industry tie into each other.
Dev and
Yeah, Dev's brother. But Big U was on there, and somehow he was just talking about how these guys that claim his set, which Quando Rondo is a neighborhood crip. He's like, these guys, they don't reach out to you until they get into trouble.
Mm.
So I'm gonna play what he said. Hold on.
Remember you saying on the show that when you wanted to go on the road, they were like, hell yeah, of course you can come. But sometimes people don't think like that. You might think they do a whole different thing. I'm trying to get out this game and into that game, but you don't know the respect that they have for you.
See, majority like these rappers back then, they knew where it came from. They knew what we brought to the game, so they want us around. You know what I'm saying? Today's world, rappers look at us like, man, they had their time, but not knowing that our time is still going on. Cause we still walking the pavement. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of guys that still got that respect for us. The right, strong guys. You know what I'm saying? So when it do happen, then that phone call start ringing. Like, yo, you know such and such? And you already know in his voice what he mean by that. It's such and such that gets it to him. You know what I'm saying?
When the last time you got a call like that, you? 4 days ago.
When it comes to these artists, this industry where knowing the street guys was your protection. Give me something to stop you.
No, it proved what Bibby said right. You know what I mean? You got the young boys who still got to reach out to the OGs because their arms still long.
He showed Charlamagne the phone. He about to say right now.
I said, how do y'all look at it? Because I grew up in an era where, you know, each hood had their own OGs and their own street dudes. But that was their security. Like, I remember, you know, moving around New York or moving around certain areas, I didn't need security because my OGs from my hood always held me down. Whether it was
Here you go.
it was a Bibby.
My bad, y'all. I should have time-stamped it.
I'm going to this area, make sure I'm good, and they usually did. And then, you know, when you got to Detroit, let's say, you know, Trick made sure.
God damn, Envy. All that goddamn talking.
I can say, yo, bitch, you I'm in town, and I know six is going to
Get to the problem.
It wasn't like, Envy, I need $10,000. It was like, nah, those are my homies from the East Coast.
We about to get there. Big U was trying to talk, but Envy's going crazy right now.
You was coming up, I'm coming like, it's
With
just
that fake ass beard.
a type of thing. So how does it work now? Because back then, I didn't think it was extortion. Nobody was getting extorted. It was something different.
Well, you know what it is now, and just going a little bit on what Benny said and what you were just saying is that the youngsters get out and then they have to have an experience before they realize I should have checked in, or I should have been moving a certain way, and so they get out and they might be under your banner, but then they not respecting the banner. They ain't calling you. They got your number, they know who you is, but they feel like they bigger than the program. You know, you got a lot of dudes, like when I was here last time, they claim my neighborhood just in this music shit, but they don't really fuck with us until it's a problem. Then they call them. Like Quando Rondo, I just showed Envy. Like, you can't call me now. You can't call me when the fire hot. You didn't fuck with me before that. You know what I mean? You had my number, you could have called me, you could have did all that. You know what I mean? But he was around about. But how does that feel to me? How does that feel to us?
All right, so Quando Rondo responded. I ain't gonna play what he said, but Quando Rondo basically said like he never was even calling Big U to get protection, because he said if however he go out, he go out. He said he was calling because his team was telling him how he need to, start working on getting his face card good, and just he wanted to start giving back to the community. So he was trying to reach out to Big U, who does a lot for the community, to find ways to give back to the community. Where then Big U was like, well, I ain't really talked to Quando Rondo. I talked to his team. So I'm going to call him now and see what he got going on. That's basically what Big U said. So my thing is, just react. Let me know what you think. Who do you think was out of line? Who do you think, what do you think could have been done in that situation?
Well, that part changed everything. I think Big U assumed that what he was calling, what to reach out for was even.
Let's say before we even knew that information, do you agree with what Big U just said or how he went about it?
I think it's a bigger issue. Like, I know growing up, like, gang influence was major, and we gang shit's not really. Like, there's more cliques out here when I was growing up, but it's still gangs, so like Atlanta based, but it's still like I feel like
so many. Runner from Savannah.
So it's so many. Think about these small towns that everybody's want to be a Crip or Blood or GD, and it's like, do you even know what that means. Like,
Yeah.
whether that's tied to. Are you if you be a Crip, if you're a neighborhood Crip or you're a Rolling 60, when you go visit your cousin in Tennessee, are you still a Crip? When you go to California, the neighborhood you rep, it's a history there. It's like any fucking group. Like, you can't just be an AKA or Alpha or join a fraternity or sorority and not know the history.
Yeah.
So it's like when niggas want to be tied to a gang and don't know the history, don't know niggas who they reach out to, it's kind of contradicting to me. That's how I look at it. It's like, that's everywhere though.
Yeah.
Like, niggas was joining a gang because that's who in their neighborhood,
Yeah.
their uncle was that. And then like, I'm just a Crip because my uncle a Crip. But you a neighborhood Crip? Yeah, but I don't really, never been in California. I never been in Jordan Downs. I don't know who Big U is. Or I don't care to check in. It's kind of a contradiction to me. Like, why I joined that gang there?
Damn.
So how you feel?
kind of just hit that shit right on the head for real. But I mean, just going off this situation here, it's more so like he's speaking more from a not just Quando Rondo. He's speaking in general. Like, niggas don't call that shit get hot. So if you see that nigga phone, you get a phone call, you know who it's about. Yeah, I understand why he might have said that before actually figuring out what he was calling for, whether that was a truth or a lie.
Yeah.
It's more so like,
That's coincidence.
it's just like he probably gets multiple calls like this from niggas that's in the industry or just niggas that have some type of clout or something that ain't really about that life or ain't really been in those certain situations and don't understand the rules and regulations of how that shit go.
Yeah, I would say one thing, like, Big U, he should have alluded to it, but he should never said his name.
Yeah, I think that right there was the part.
I disagree with everything y'all just said.
Or speak on it.
I don't know if I disagree with everything y'all just said, but I disagree. I just feel like what y'all said kind of is like a different issue from what I have the issue with Big U about. Because my thing is this. Let's say that he did hit him up and, you know, because it was hot. Mm-hmm. Big U pride himself, I don't know, maybe I know a little bit more about Big U and his background than y'all. But like Big U, he's supposed to be like the guy who keeps peace within gang activity in LA. He works with police, he works with, you know, he does a lot of work where the police reach out to him and he tries to, you know, get the relationship better between the LAPD and the gangs and just unity between gangs and all of that. So my thing is, I just feel like if Quando Rondo reached out to you and this is your job, this is what you do, right? Mm-hmm. You ain't no active gangbanger no more. You do come from under the Crip umbrella, so these people respect you, these young dudes respect you, and this man might be calling you crying out for help. Maybe in fear of his life. We don't know. I don't know. I feel like you could have been the glue to try to find. I don't know if you can necessarily find a solution, but you also you never know how far your pull go, how much people respect you. I'm not saying you could have necessarily fixed it, but you could have reached out and checked the temperature on something. I don't know. Like, I just feel like if somebody reaching out to you crying for help, the last thing you should do is get on the radio and call the nigga out for calling you. Even if you didn't respect it,
yeah.
Why put that on the radio?
Only thing I agree with you is about the name.
I just feel like,
other than that, if you say you got all the time to call me, now you in the deepest shit, you want to call me?
I just feel like this. But do you think? But my thing is, do you think that his position that he's in right now, he deal with that shit every day in the streets? It's the same situation. It's just because this nigga a rapper.
I don't think
difference.
This is literally what he deal with. This is literally he be in situations
that don't.
He diffuse situations. That's what he do.
Diffuse situation.
What I'm saying is he diffused real street situations in California, right?
Yeah.
So this is his first time dealing with somebody like this nigga may have killed this nigga.
But it's deeper than that.
And he may have diffused it.
What about the
You think that the niggas he fucked, that the niggas that he I'm not saying that he's gonna necessarily diffuse everything. What I'm saying is you think he ain't diffused the situation between like Rolling 60 Crips and some A-Tray Crips who have a deep bloodline of just killing each other.
I think the context.
He was there when
He was responding to with Envy's long ass speech. He was responding to that.
Yeah,
So he
but
used
what
that
I'm saying
example.
is, like,
They ask him that. Do people?
it's two ways to go about it. Like, yeah, you can go. I'm not saying that necessarily that's the wrong way to go about it, but what I'm saying is, from somebody that you claim that you are, and the what you claim to be as far as like activism and who you are.
Did he say he wasn't gonna help him? He
He basically, yeah, he did say he couldn't help him. He said, "Don't call me when no shit get hot." That's saying, nigga, I ain't helping you out.
But what I'm saying is, unless they ask him, hey, does this still happen? The people should reach out.
I get how it came up.
So
I'm just saying. I
Other than
don't
mentioning his
understand.
name,
All I'm saying is I don't respect the point, because if you gonna be the OG, you can at least listen to. If you can listen to the call. And first of all, you said you didn't even listen to the call. You could have listened to what he even was trying to talk to you about. I ain't saying you gotta go reach out to Dirt, but you could tell him, hey, little bruh, you know what? You gotta make things right.
How
you gotta
antagonize the nigga.
Listen, I get it. What I'm saying is, he could tell him. He could literally. That's his job to sit there and break. He could be sitting here telling him, "Hey, look, this is why I can't do nothing for you, because you did this. I don't know how you gonna fix it. It could be a way to fix it. It could be not. But I'm gonna tell you this. There's a way for you to explain something to people. You get what I'm saying?
I think
There's a way for you to put some kind of guidance. I feel like there's a way that you could have put guidance in this dude's head. Because if he's calling you, then obviously he's crying out for help. That's how it
that's what he thought, but apparently not. He's crying for donations, and
I'm looking at it from that perspective though. I'm saying before we even knew the background of it.
But if Big U is experienced enough, he's done it. He's broke up, like you said.
He is.
Maybe he felt like that switch was too far gone.
Listen,
is that possible?
That's why I just said. That's why I said I don't respect it, because you just said you said you didn't even get on the phone with him. So for you not to get on the phone with him, and you don't even know what he wanted, that's weird to me. Like, you're wrong in the situation.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
You gotta keep that one right there. You
didn't get on the phone with him, but you can get online and say what he's actually calling you for.
That was the wrong part. He should never say that.
My thing is, you could tell him why you not fucking with him. You listen to everybody else, right? That's your job, right? That's what you do, right?
How you know he don't turn to other people? You assume he take every call?
I'm not saying take every call, but I've seen him talk about what all the shit that he's already done. A 5-minute call, I'm just saying, like, you can have a 5-minute call. You be like, yo, look, you got 5 minutes, or this is why, or you can answer the phone. Hey, this is why I'm not fucking with you. If you can get out there and say as to why you're not fucking with him to some other people, you could say why you're not fucking with him to him.
He should never say his name.
You could say why you're not fucking with him directly to him. If you gonna say to the Breakfast Club with millions of viewers. So now think about how he looking. So think about now how he looking now to the beef. Now nigga probably gonna pump his chest up, like, cause he like, nah, this nigga trying to play me, and so now he really got to double. He really already misguided in the situation anyway. So like that situation, you could be. What I'm saying is though, you could be contributing to the downfall of the situation just by even doing that.
He ain't had no parts. All right.
You think people don't contribute? How many times? Now we just talked about how DJ Vlad, academics, and all them niggas is the feds, right? That's what y'all say. Do they have anything to do with those situations? But they do. But they get on there and they can say something that could easily instigate the situation anymore, correct? That's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm trying to say. Is like, I just feel like, bruh, he was wrong on the way he handled it, and that if you gonna be the that type of guy that you claim you is, I'm gonna just call you out for it.
I disagree. I think you shouldn't say his name, but him not taking the call has nothing to do with him. He said, bro, if you rep my hood, and you should have been reached out to me. Don't reach out to me now. I'm in hot water. I don't think nothing wrong with that.
The only reason I say I disagree with that is just because of a man who is stature. Like, if he would have hit up, like let's go, and you down there 50, like, I feel like you as an OG, if you really gonna be an OG in the situation. Even if you can't help him, you be an OG. You tell him, hey, look, man, I can't do nothing for you because this is what you did. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think necessarily he have to fix the situation. But I just feel like a better understanding would help. But that's neither here nor there. Did y'all see A Boogie?
Boogie with the hoodie.
A Boogie tried to set his girl free, y'all. So
Oh, I did see it.
A Boogie got on
Yeah,
Instagram. He has a girlfriend named Ella Bands, right? I think they have 2 kids together, all that. He put up a post on Instagram. It says, "As much as I don't want to admit it, I don't deserve you." He added her name.
For you.
"You have a beautiful, long life ahead of you, and I don't want to be the reason you're not happy. Be free. Go be what you can truly be." And he put a butterfly
Hey man,
on the end.
that's about the most respectful way you
Wait a
can have
minute.
girlfriend.
Wait a minute. She said, "Nigga, why you doing all this when I broke up with you already?"
But she ain't do it publicly.
Damage control.
It don't matter.
Why I gotta be public?
How we know he really ain't do it first, and she just lying. We don't know.
I just think it's funny how you
This how-
say.
this
I'm
how-
just thinking, hey,
No,
I think
no,
it's
I'm
funny how
going
you
back there.
find
I'm
content to be public, but
I'm
when
going back
Kirk
there. That's where I was
Franklin
going.
said,
That's where I was
he
going.
a fuck nigga.
Nah, that's where I was going back to because
Go clean
Y'all
it
said-
up. Come on, come clean it up.
y'all said Kurt Franklin's son was right for putting it on there,
Come clean it up.
letting the world know first. So
It's,
he-
I just
he
find it
did that.
funny how you can look at it from the other perspective,
just
but you
going-
couldn't look at the other perspective.
No, what I'm saying is that's where I was going with it. If y'all saying that
Stop.
Kurt Franklin's son is cool with doing that, hey,
No, don't try to flip it on us, nigga. Don't try to flip it on us.
No.
No, don't try to flip it on us. I see what you trying to do.
No.
You trying to do a spin act. You just said.
But I'm saying if that's okay, then this is okay. That's what I'm at with it.
What I'm saying is, you said it's not okay, but when he do it, it's okay.
So what
You was cool with it.
What you not?
You was just cool with it. You cool with it, right?
I'm saying if I gotta agree with Kurt Franklin's son, then this right here. Is
You didn't.
perfect.
You didn't never agree with it, so that's what I'm saying. Nobody said you had to agree
I'm
with it,
not
and you
saying
did it.
100 No, A Boogie is stupid. If
Now he's stupid.
If it's, I was trying to make a joke and you goddamn didn't let me finish talking. You cut me off. You fucked me up.
Nah, I was ready to catch your ass. I knew I was ready to catch
I was
your
about to
ass.
goddamn spin it to the back to the Kurt Franklin thing, but nah.
Nah,
A
you
Boogie-
caught yourself.
If
You
you-
trying to get yourself.
Hey Boogie, bro, if she really broke up with you first, that was a smart move by trying to bring it online, but yeah.
See, I think we have a problem making everything public, but I give celebrities a pass because it's like their life is in public anyway. So like, why not control the narrative? So if you putting that post up to control the narrative, there it is. Right or
Let me ask you something.
wrong,
Let me ask you
you
something.
just control the narrative.
So he's trying to control narrative, right?
But
I
let's
don't
say-
want to keep. I don't want to keep talking about Kurt Franklin's son.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. If your dad's a celebrity and you're not,
Mm-hmm.
your dad automatically control the narrative, correct?
Exactly.
So then, does that make him wrong for putting that out there to try to beat his dad to the narrative by saying that his dad tries to control the narrative?
I think it's the situation. Y'all breaking up from a relationship, or you making your dad like a monster. It's to like that's the goal. His shit was
So
more
is
like.
A Boogie? Do you feel like A Boogie is trying to make himself look like less of a monster?
But it's
Or
no
like
monster.
less of a. Well, the way she make it seem like,
I don't know
nigga,
what I don't know what he
you
said.
trying to be manipulative. You trying to be controlling
Man,
the
that's-
situation.
That's controlling the narrative. You got to manipulate.
Hey, we don't
but,
go to argument.
But they could just had a bad relationship and it broke up. But that shit.
Well, A
If
Boogie
you
is
like-
already. Put it like this. A Boogie has already put it out there that he's had infidelity a lot.
So yeah, let her be free like a butterfly. Let her go.
I think personally, I wouldn't post that up. I wouldn't post that up. I would kind of let. If anything, I'm not gonna make it look like I broke up with her. I'm just, if anything, if I'm gonna do some fuck nigga shit, I'm gonna make it look like yo, I'm single.
But that's the same.
I'm not necessarily gonna say. He tried to make it look like he broke up with her publicly. He basically broke up with her publicly.
What?
That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So with 2-7 breakup.
Yeah, that part too.
That's kinda crazy.
You gonna talk to her? She gonna find out on Instagram?
Yeah, like you just kind of broke up with her
Well, also,
publicly.
it
That's
could look
kind of crazy.
it's like I don't want to stop trying to pursue you. You might have broken with me, but maybe like
Yeah, no, that's definitely what he's trying to do.
maybe it's like
Or he just want to get around the.
I'm done. Like, I'm
Okay,
not.
you done with me? Just know I'm
I'm done with you too. That type of shit.
Yeah.
Interpret it how you want.
That's your baby mama. You can find a way to get in touch with her, like email, anything. My girl, she can't never get away from me. Never.
So say no, nigga, because I could give you a story right now.
Hey, man.
Alright.
So, Salt Bay was trending.
Drama for your baby.
Shout out to Salt Bay. Salt Bay was trending. So we seen a video of a man with his old lady. And, Salt Bay just cooked them steaks. He just cascaded the salt down his fucking forearm and his elbow
During COVID.
And this shit sprinkled all down.
Cascaded the salt.
It cascaded
down the elbow.
all the way down that goddamn.
You got that form.
Listen, that shit cascaded all the way down the, what kind of steak you say that was cooked?
That was filet mignon.
That was filet mignon. He just put it, so he picked up the knife. He fed it to the old lady. The old lady literally put her tongue out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who eat like that? First of all, when you eat, do you...
I don't judge.
Listen, she put out that tongue
Okay.
from a boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She ate it. It was flopping out of her mouth.
Okay.
Dude was looking at his old lady like...
Oh, man.
Okay.
So the first question I would ask is, would you ever let another nigga feed your bitch?
First of all.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Y'all all been to hibachi.
I'm about to say.
Oh, no. I got a whole story about this, but I was gonna wait.
All these I had. This
Wait, say what you gotta say, man.
Nah,
Say what
bro.
you gotta say.
I'm gonna say this. Like, I hate when
It's
niggas.
because the meat was still connected to the fork.
Niggas that brand new, bro. You not finna go to Salt Bay. Why go there then? Go
Everybody keeps saying that, but you know what my rebuttal is?
Why go there? You know that nigga.
Because nigga, the food look good. I didn't know you was gonna feed my bitch. I know this was your signature. I didn't know that your signature was taking a real live knife and feeding my bitch.
That's the hezzy. Then he got this.
Like this nigga down for real. Like Chris, would you let that nigga feed your bitch?
Fuck no.
I don't think it's that big a deal, bro.
I'm not gonna break up with
It
you.
looked crazy. It looked crazy.
That was crazy.
It looked, but he made it worse. He could have been like,
He was quiet. It's just.
you was
No.
I mean, that's a natural reaction.
First off, if I see what's about to happen,
Every parent.
there will be no fucking cameras. This shit is between me and you. We here. You know, that's different. If it's just me and you,
You
on
gonna
the
feed
day,
my bitch in private.
yeah, it's like, yo,
I can agree. It's like
it's an experience. We experienced it.
It's fun. Like
The internet don't need to see it.
Everything
Again, the
don't need to
fucking
be that.
internet.
it just make it look bad. It's not the worst thing in the world.
Welcome to the Martyr Station, everybody. Your next stop up is the streets, bitch. That's what I'm doing.
The streets.
Cause clearly you from these Salt Bay streets.
Cause I done seen many a girl stick their tongue out for that shrimp come fly from the bike.
So look, so this is what I'm about to go.
See, niggas.
This is about to go. Wait, so this is what I'm about to go.
Look, every time you did.
This is when I knew it was wrong, bro. This is when I knew I was wrong. So look, you know me and nigga ain't never really been nowhere, right? So one time the first time I went to Hibachi, I was a grown ass man, probably 3 years ago, right? I had never been to Hibachi. So I don't know nothing what Hibachi about, anything. I think Javin Print at the time, that's when I knew it was like 3 years ago.
Said making fire.
I'm next to all the white people and shit. I'm chilling and shit. I'm in my phone. This nigga flicking everybody fucking shrimps and shit. Josh been like, look up, catch the shrimp.
What?
No, my stupid ass caught this shit. And as I caught it, I just looked at her and I'm like, nigga, this shit gay as hell, nigga. I can't believe I just let another nigga throw some fucking shrimp.
You call meat from another
This nigga threw some shrimp scampi in my mouth.
And then you threw meat in your mouth.
Listen, I went like this. I swear to God. Hey, I don't even know if Jasmine even knows this day. I went like this. I ain't even wanted no more. These niggas took some shrimp in my mouth.
That nigga ain't a swallower.
I swallowed the shrimp.
That nigga spit it out.
He's a spitter. He's a
quitter, y'all. He's a quitter, y'all.
I'm a runner. I'm a track star. Hey,
I'm bad at it. It caught like,
spit
you didn't know, and then you just got.
bro, I looked up and it was like cascading into my mouth. It fell in my mouth. And everybody was clapping all white. Oh, the first one got it.
He's a natural. He's a natural.
He's a bitch.
Hey, so was this a better quarterback chef or was it a good wide receiver?
He was wide out.
Listen, all I know is I seen the flames and shit. And I'm like, oh, this shit kind of dope. This shit kind of dope, you know what I mean? I had never been to that shit. I'm like,
Oh man.
they're like, catch it.
I'd be like, nah, just put it on the plate. Put it on the plate.
Nigga, ever since I've been back, I ain't never, nigga.
Put it on the plate. Put it on the plate.
Hey,
But like, I'm not
real
gonna
quick,
judge
did
it.
Jasmine catch it?
She didn't want it, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what happened. To be honest, but she know better. Don't let them niggas throw it on me in your mouth, man.
I just,
Let them throw it in mine.
Hey, I don't know what the name of the episode is. That's gonna be about this.
I will catch it.
Let them throw that meat in my mouth, baby. That's the name of the episode.
If anybody get meat thrown in their mouth,
It's gonna be me. I'm catching the meat.
I think it's just shrimp, bruh. Like, all jokes
This
aside.
nigga, listen, first of all,
Trying to be your mouth. Fuck that.
first of all,
Hey, she catching me.
first of all, if we talking about Salt Bay, can't no nigga feed my snack and snack. You can't feed my snack and
Part of
snack.
the experience, man.
Listen, I went to exclusive experiences. There's a lot of experiences out here, and they ain't never did no shit like that.
So that's not the wildest shit about that. The wildest shit is probably how much all that shit costs. You got this.
That's all I thought was gonna happen. I didn't know that I paid for this nigga to feed my girl from a knife.
Damn, so now you
He
done,
made it look dangerous
you done
too.
paid for it to get some meat put in the mouth.
$1,000 too. That's how much.
And then y'all seen.
That's cause the sticky
Hey.
girl. She needed that
Hey,
money.
straight up. Hey, straight up. What's y'all receiver name? He was Amari Cooper. Did y'all see the one with him there?
Yeah, that nigga was looking.
He was there and like he was with a whole bunch of men and everybody was like, nah. It was funny, right? He was trying to feed everybody. I mean, he walked around the table trying to get everybody like, nah. And I noticed the new trend on Twitter is where women be like, that's the problem with straight niggas. That's the problem with straight niggas. And they was saying like them niggas was wrong for going there if they didn't want to get fed by Salt Bay, 'cause that's part of the experience.
Niggas just wanted some good meat.
Listen, my whole thing is like, why do I have to go and get fed? That's like the experience I'm paying for. Is just I want to get fed. I want to get fed food, all right, but not like from his hands. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. That's the trademark. But shit, if I decline, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, nigga. You still gonna get
Niggas go to the goddamn McDonald's and get chicken. You know what I mean? They go to Burger King and get a chicken sandwich, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Boy, that shit is funny as
that shit had me going. That shit had me rolling. Quick shout out to LeBron. I'm gonna run through some shit real quick. Quick shout out to LeBron for he's a part-time owner of the Red Sox.
my favorite baseball team.
Him and Mav Carter. Shout out to that. I thought you was a Yankee fan. You know Yankee fan?
I've never been a Yankee fan.
Oh.
I don't like New York niggas.
I understand. Drake is currently number 1, number 2, number 3 on Billboard, and he dropped a 3-pack. So shout out to him.
Shout out Drake.
Shout out to fucking him. So let's have a quick conversation about the Grammys. Quick conversation.
Shout out Lil Baby. His performance was good.
Yeah, so Meg ran away with 3 awards, which is kind of the majority of the hip hop category. She ran away with 3 albums, and people were saying that the Grammys is rigged. Do you think in that situation that it was rigged? Do you think it was a rigged situation?
I do, and I always think the Grammys is rigged. I think it's more so about who the labels push the most and who can be most public side, like to look good for the public eye.
Yeah.
But it's all about the labels and how much money you put into it. Now I don't think it's Meg's fault.
Yeah.
That I don't think it's her. And it had nothing to do with Meg.
Because they were saying Baby should have won some shit.
Baby definitely should have won something.
You know what? So, when we have the debate as to... I don't even want to say that. I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say. After I looked at it, I really don't think Baby should have won. Just because Meg won with... I think Meg may have had the bigger song than Lil Baby. I think Lil Baby got the streets. He got the majority of like the hip hop game. But as far as like pop in hip hop, which you know the Grammys is going to respect more of, he shouldn't have won when they come. You know the angle that they coming from. You get what I'm saying? So like, Megan Thee Stallion had a song with Beyonce that was #1 in the country. Lil Baby didn't have no #1 songs. You know what I'm saying? So you put Beyonce on your track and it goes #1, you're probably gonna get that. You know what I mean? Like,
So you don't think the Grammys are rigged at all?
no, I don't want to necessarily say it's rigged, but I think it's influenced. I think it's influenced. Yeah, by the labels. They did what you call it, they did last year, was it, where they got new people in to, you know, come in, or they got hip hop artists to come in. That's why I look at the I forgot what category it was, but it was like Nas, Freddie Gibbs. It was like people you wouldn't expect. Anderson .Paak. Like there was a couple like Grammy awards where you like, huh? I mean, a couple selections you like, huh?
Shout out to Nas.
Yeah, Nas got him and Blue Ivy. You know they shit the same
Nas
year.
won his first Grammy.
They was talking about Nicki Minaj, how she ain't never won no Grammy. You know on that.
Ever Grammy?
Nope. Not Nicki, not Travis.
Now, Travis got, I don't want to say he got fucked over, but
Astro World.
I mean, he went against some hard hitters. You know what
Who
I'm
won
saying?
here?
Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy.
It's all about the label that you with.
But then the same cycle of that. Drake won for God's Plan. So I literally watched Mom, I Believe I Can Fly, or what Mom Look Mom I Can Fly yesterday. So that's how I remember it.
But I'm saying it's all about your label, how much they want to put to make sure you get a Grammy. Like it's more.
You think
more
Travis
pop-
label ain't put in there?
Not over
You
Cardi.
don't think they put in?
Over Cardi? No.
Why you don't think they put in?
You think T.I. and Kanye finna put? No.
His label. He's not only signed to them. We're talking about his label.
You think they ain't snatching money? No.
The thing is, they both signed to Atlantic, huh?
Yeah, probably.
But I think Cardi got more control.
Cardi's
I don't know. Like, does T.I. get
I
paid
think-
about him winning a Grammy? Does he win? Because from what I heard, the Grammy, from when you listen to these artists, they be like, "Why y'all so pressed about a Grammy? You don't get no money from that. Don't nobody get no money from that."
I feel like Cardi and
Maybe
Bruno,
the labels get money, but
Cardi and Bruno got the most pull right now in Atlanta.
well, Bruno makes hits.
Cardi
Bruno.
is.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like,
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
saying
saying.
that they don't, but I'm
That's what I'm saying.
saying.
Like, I don't necessarily think Travis was necessarily robbed. Like, I think that he deserved a Grammy? Yes. But I just think that he was in a tough category. Like, you with Drake, you with Cardi. Cardi was the hottest thing fucking smoking at the time.
But
She literally brought women rap. Not saying back, but like it was only Nicki Minaj at that time. So it was just that much more intriguing, I would say. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. And I think that Travis dropped a little bit closer to the deadline. So maybe people didn't sit with his album the way they was able to sit with Invasion of Privacy. You know what I'm saying?
Shit was as big as Astro World was. Cardi probably bigger.
No
She
one out at the
probably
time.
outsold Astroworld.
No, Astro was #1 at the time.
At the time, but
At the time, we're
Cardi
saying
came out before.
Cardi came out before. She came out in like that January at the time.
Cause I remember them debating about it.
I don't know, we'll have to look it up.
I
But-
don't think she came out. Well, she might have.
She dropped, hold on, I can tell you, we can tell you right now. Look up Travis Scott, I'll look up Cardi B. I'll look it up, let's look it up. We'll see, just to give a better context of the situation. But when niggas ask, do I think that it's rigged? I don't know, I just think that it's heavily influenced. I do think that.
Which means rigged at the same time, right?
I don't think so. I think that though. I think if you see like, cause I heard like from what they tell you, like you go to a lot of like Grammy parties, Grammy
Politics.
things. Like yeah, there's a lot of politics. Do I think that it's rigged? Like rigged is basically saying like, look, I'm gonna pay you, or like, look, this is what I'm gonna give
They
you.
let Macklemore win the rap album of the year.
Because he died.
Huh?
You said
Macklemore.
Malcolm. I mean,
They
you shouldn't have
rap
rap with
album
Kendrick,
of the year.
but
Over
When you got a date?
before.
I said somebody.
Astro World dropped
2018, August 3rd.
Yeah, so April 6th, Invasion of Privacy 2018 came out. So they sat with it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So I think that plays an influence because I think that's the reason why Roddy Ricch didn't win one because his album came out December 2019. It's 2021. It's like
It takes too long.
yeah, like
What are their guidelines for the Grammy? Like, how far back can you go?
but they canceled the Grammys or some shit because I ain't never seen one that long.
They canceled last year.
They canceled it, so that's probably why.
It's just stupid.
He probably would have won a Grammy last year had that happened. So I seen him talking about Kanye. I didn't really understand what his thing was with Kanye. You seen that?
Roddy Ricch?
Yeah. He said when Kanye pissed on the Grammy, remember that? He was saying basically like he kind of found it disrespectful because it ruined the politics of the Grammy, I guess, or it ruined just how they look at you like other artists. Because he was nominated for 6 Grammys and he didn't win one, and he's saying like, I guess he's saying that Kanye's influence has something. I don't know what he's trying to say, but at the same time, I would have told him that Jay-Z was nominated for 8 and didn't win none.
Sorry.
So, for 444. So
But Kanye won a Grammy this year too for that
yeah.
Question album.
Yeah. Shout out Nas, but you know where we going next with it. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what, say what. What's the scenario?
Hey.
Your girlfriend wants a BBL. You heavily disagree with her, but you know, she's determined to make it work. You take her to the doctor, you know, for consultation, and the doctor says, hey, you're underweight. You don't need one. It's not safe for you to get one. So he rejects her. So now your girl knows a doctor who do it on the low in the black market at a hotel. She wants to get it done illegally. What do you do as her boyfriend?
That's a no-go.
Absolute no go.
Not an absolute no-go, but like I'm gonna try to stand firm as I can.
So she's determined. What do you do? Do you let her? You just be like, you know, do what you do.
I try to convince her to postpone it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey,
Don't gain some weight.
Because you said it's shady, right? It's
some black market shit. She doing it at a hotel.
Like, nah, that's why I'm like, nah. If you want to do it, you gonna save her for a professional.
Yeah.
Allow her.
Yeah.
And then spend that money on something else.
What she got?
Alright.
I
I already want you to do it. But alright, we go get the consultation. Doctor say no. You wanna go do this shit on the black market? Hey, look. If this is what you feel like you should do, I don't support it, and I'm not going to support it financially. If you choose to do it, I'm not there to lift a finger for you while you're going through recovery. I don't want shit to do with it. If this is your choice, you're on your own with this one. Financially, and you better have your mama or somebody come over and help you recover, because I don't want nothing to do with it. And if you get an infection in your ass, I'm going to take you to the ER. But I'm going to say I told you so.
Is that like just an extreme bluff? Or like if she do it, do you mean what you say?
I'm going to try that route. I'm bluffing. But if she still going doing some shit, I'm going to help her out. But I'm going to try to bluff to get her not to do it. Now, if you still choose to do it, I'm not paying shit for it. I feel like at this point, you're doing this for yourself. So a lot of this needs to come. This is all about you. This ain't nothing to do. I'm more concerned with your health and making sure you're gonna be alright, because we're together. I ain't worried about the body. I ain't want you to get the shit done in the first place. I was okay with you getting it done by a professional, but the professionals even said, you don't need that shit. So now it's like, okay, if you feel like you need it that bad, hey, you might suffer the consequences. You might learn the shit yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. I'm like, damn, bitch, you don't want to go get a second opinion somewhere before you just go to this nigga down the street? Like, damn, this is where you at. This is where you at with it. So, yeah, I mean, for me, hey, I might just call 12 today. She's supposed to go up in there and just tell her, hey, I heard that there's some girls up in here getting their ass done.
Sit your ass in county for a few days.
I ain't gonna call the police on her, but I'll be like, hey, you just stay back a little bit. Let's go stop and get some McDonald's real quick or something.
You better call that shit the day before then.
I'm getting that shit shut down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. Like, I think that's stupid, irresponsible on her part. So, I don't know. Josh and Jason are twin brothers. Josh has a longtime girlfriend named Tiffany. Tiffany and Jason are creeping around. And now Tiffany is pregnant with Jason's child. Jason ends up passing away before the baby is born, or even before Tiffany can tell Josh, like, hey, like, this isn't your child, right?
Mm-hmm.
So being that they twin brothers, you know they got the same DNA.
To a certain point, yeah.
If you're Tiffany, do you just tell him, hey, this is your child? Or do you tell the truth?
So, question.
Because I'm assuming that they do a DNA test, like, it's a percentage
It's gonna be
that it can come up that it's his
It
child.
might not be 99.9, but it might be 98.
If it's like, if you didn't know, if a doctor didn't know he was a twin, he would assume that's how close the test would be.
Yeah,
He would have to know.
Let's just say yes.
So if that's the case, what about like liver shit? Like all that that still work the same way? He good?
I don't know. For the sake of the question, let's just say that for the sake of the question, let's just say that
everything matches.
It can match up.
Oh, there ain't no way she's saying nothing. That's a child. The child gonna look like you?
Okay, so let's say they come saying 90%. It's a 90% chance. As long as he accepts it.
Nah, you gotta hold that down. 90 is a good number. You gotta hold that down. I mean, like that's.
What's the number? What's the number that you don't hold it down on?
It ain't about the number for me. To me, it's about the benefits. Hey, when he die, was this life insurance and policy left for me and our future kid? Because if that's the
The
case,
creep died, not the husband.
oh, you said the creep died.
Yeah.
The
creep
twin
died.
brother
She fucking with
died.
John.
Not the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Not the boyfriend.
Oh, that shit down. Regardless, I don't care what. I don't care the situation.
Nah, 90% you good, but like you have to. It's that random. You don't want to be 8 years and your son needs some blood work or something, and then they go get tested. So it's like you gotta.
You might not always have the blood work, same blood work as your kid.
But the twins got the same blood work. So if the twins got the same blood work, yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter.
What you're saying is there's no way to necessarily. Well, no. What he's trying to say is they draw blood from both of you, and he's saying and they can find a way to be like, hey, you're not the father
or something like that. If
I thought you talking blood type.
Yeah.
No, that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to.
Like, first of all, that's probably rare. I never had to do nothing like that before.
I'll take my chances.
So you gotta take a chance with that.
I'm a bet man.
But 90%, 80%, you gotta ride with that.
Yeah.
You gotta ride with that.
50, I'm cool.
My thing is like, how did Josh have any suspicion? Did he have any clue? If he had no clue,
let's say he has suspicion.
Come clean. Now you're risky. Because if he has suspicion, then anything that you don't know what he knows.
Yeah. If I put it like this, let's say that he has suspicion, I would come clean and tell him. And being that, I just feel like being that
he might kill you.
They twin. He might kill
you. You don't know how you gonna react.
Yeah, he might, but I guess you would kind of expect for him maybe to still kind of be there for his nephew.
Kick you down some steps.
Being that y'all twins, like the bond is different. I don't know.
Let's look at the scenario the other way around. That's you. Your twin brother cheat on with your girl, your wife. He passed away. You raising the son? You raising your nephew?
I would raise my nephew.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
I'm not going to bet my twin.
That's yours. That's your responsibility.
I get that.
I might be hot for a little
Listen,
bit,
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be upset. But at the same time,
that's why you holding it down.
He did.
That's my brother, though.
What that got to do? Was he your brother when he was in them guts?
We all made mistakes, bro. And he died. It's bigger than that for me now. Now it's like he has a child in this world.
I might not stay with the girl, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna make sure that my nephew, okay, he's the innocent one. He's the innocent one in the situation.
There's a lot of innocent kids. I ain't going out there raising them.
Okay, but I'll raise your blood. That's my
He's
blood.
still our blood.
And we twins.
100%.
And we twins. It's just different. I think it's just different when you.
Fuck
twins.
that nigga.
I wouldn't even like if I don't have a brother, but if I had a brother, and that happened, you know what? I'm gonna still take care of my nephew. I might hold a resentment towards my brother till the day I die, or towards her.
I put it like this.
But I'm gonna take care of my nephew.
It can't have
I'm
nothing to
gonna
do
get
with
over it, or it can't be 50. Like,
It
I'm
can't
not to get over it. It's gonna be 0 or 100 in that situation. I'll say that. But if I'm the girl, you hold that down. 90%.
Yeah, if I'm a girl, you hold it down. But I'm just saying,
you hold that down until you.
Yeah, just there's only one rule, player. Don't get caught. That's really it. Alright, we got two more. Your partner is on house arrest and high out of his mind. He's paranoid and he's armed and dangerous. He already has a police record. He's been beefing with some dudes down the street that stole from him, and he decided to play offense and pull up on the niggas with his pistol. You tell him he's not in his right mind, he ain't hearing it. You take his keys, he ain't hearing it. He decided to walk. Do you call the cops on your partner knowing that he will for sure do time, but he avoids possibly the worst case scenario? Or do you let him do him and possibly the outcome could be the worst outcome? He dies or something.
So he's drunk as fuck.
He's high out of his mind. Whatever he could be doing coke, he could have been smoking weed, could have been drinking lean, but whatever he's on, that shit got him on 10. And you know he's not in his right mind. He's on house arrest.
You might have to subdue your partner.
If that's you try that.
If that's your fault, you might have to be like, yo, we gonna hit.
What I'm saying is, your last resort, he has a gun in his hand. Your last resort is to call the police on him before he gets to the ops, and maybe he going and you know he gonna do some time because he got a gun on him and he's on house arrest and he's breaking house arrest. Or do you let him
Oh no.
Go to the house
I didn't
and
hear that part.
try to blam up
I'm
niggas.
tripping. At the end of the day, he high his mind, but he's still grown as a man. Like, if that's a choice he wants to make, I can't like. I guess he's impaired. So he's high. That's the handicap. Well, fuck you. I'm not gonna call the police on you. I'm not gonna call the police on you. You're on house arrest. Like that guarantees.
He's already broken house arrest. He's walking down the street.
But I'm not gonna call the police on you though. So
I'm calling the police, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I'll go.
Because even if you're thinking about, like, I get your angle, like you don't want to call the police on your partner, but what if he go in there and just kill niggas, innocent lives? You don't know who in the house. You just killing other niggas. I'm also thinking about like other niggas. You know what I mean? Like you never know who in that house. You don't know what he's capable of at this point. You know, he could shoot into the house. What if what if it's a kid in the house?
But
You know like that's what I'm looking at it like. And even like your well-being, it sounds like nigga, you need to be, and I don't like to say it like that, but you need to be arrested.
hey,
Cause
he got a gun. I can't be. Yo, let me see the pistol real quick. If I can't.
So okay, go ahead, and I'm gonna tell you where this story comes from.
Here's my rebuttal to it. Say you call the cops, right? The reason why I wouldn't call them,
You don't want them to kill him.
because you're walking with a gun in your hand and you know he's high in his mind.
I'm not.
You don't know
So, look
if he's
at it
gonna
like-
take a chance of killing a cop and
I get it. I get it.
I'm not calling.
But at the same time, I kind of look at it
I
like
can't call police.
Obviously, I don't want my partner.
Let me tell you the worst situation. What I would do,
Okay.
honestly, if I felt like at that point I knew he
Well,
was
he robbing you, drive to the house.
no.
Hey, y'all get the fuck out of here. He coming.
I would try to tell these niggas
So,
to run if I had a somewhere to get in
I gotta
contact.
get-
If not, I might shoot this nigga in his foot just to stop
So
this
now you
nigga.
going to jail. So now you going to jail.
I'm not going to jail. He's not gonna call the cops on me.
He might
Nigga,
shoot you.
you're out in the street.
He high.
He walking
He
out.
might be like, hey, motherfucker.
I know if I'm.
That's what I'm saying. Every scenario
I'm
that we
shooting-
saying got an
I'm
opposite.
shooting from a point that this nigga.
Every
he's not
scenario,
focused on me.
bro.
I'm
Every
shooting-
scenario that you
I'm-
saying got come with a scenario, extra scenario.
What about? Y'all
You
see
shoot him-
Snowfall?
Yeah.
Like, what if you like hit something that
Well,
make
I'm
that
thinking.
nigga bleed out or something? You miss.
Exactly.
And you accident like that. It's a risk.
I'm not shooting that
right?
nigga, and I'm not doing that.
That's the. I'm saying
That's the worst case. Like
That's like the worst case scenario to me. Before I call the police, I may
I would
try to
shoot
shoot
you
this
before
nigga
I
in
call
the
the
foot.
police.
I'm not aiming.
That's what
for
he's saying.
I'm not shooting nobody. Period.
I,
First of all,
I'm
you
not
talking
gonna
about
lie to
as a black man. As a
That's
black
it.
man, you about to heat on yourself. You done shot this nigga.
so you're about to call the police and take a chance for them to kill him versus you taking a
What
chance
I'm saying is,
for him.
if you shoot him, you just talked about how you don't want to call the police on another black man, but then you turn around and you shoot him.
if that's
So
my,
and all
I'm
they
saying
know is just a
last
black
case-
nigga with a gun, and
Saying the
they.
police ain't got nobody.
And so I'm saying now they can come and get you, nigga.
I'm not that nigga. Shit, it's in God's hand. It's in
That
God's
might be the
hand.
best situation.
It's in God's
Unfortunately.
hands, man.
So I got this from that's how Gucci got arrested when he did them 5 years. So
Was
basically,
shoot up the studio.
yeah, if anybody read his book, his whole homies had robbed him allegedly, robbed shit out of his studio. He had it on camera. He confronted them. Them niggas was texting him like, "Nigga, we been having money, blah blah blah. You don't know what you're talking about." So they threatened him. So he was like high and paranoid, and he had his gun. So he was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to get them before they get me." They tried to tell him not to do it, tried to hold him back, whatever it may have been. He was walking down the street with the gun. He walking down like Moreland or some shit. And they called the cops. The cops came and stopped him. They talked to him. They said, "Hey, Gucci, like, don't do it. He's out of his mind when he gets arrested." Blah, blah, blah. Gucci has said, I was confused. I was watching an interview today where Gucci said that basically he credits them with saving his life, but he don't respect that they snitches. So I was kind of.
He's probably like, there's
I get
another.
it.
I mean, I get it. I get it because they took 5 years away from you, but had more. I look at it like you probably would have more.
He's saying
Morgan
I did the
like it.
smart thing as a street thing. As a street nigga, I'm conflicted because
Mm-hmm.
you want out. It's.
I mean, I get it.
I just think like people. He might just be a real street nigga. Like it's not a glamorous lifestyle. It's a
But
savage
see, in the
lifestyle.
same talking in the interview, he says that he's not a street nigga. He don't live by the street nigga rules no more. So that's why I was
I'm talking about
confused.
then.
But I'm saying if you don't live by,
though.
but if you don't live by those rules now, then you should be able to respect it.
Then.
So that's why I don't. That's why I was confused. That was an old school, that old Charlamagne interview. I was watching that again.
I feel like
that's why I was confused.
I still feel like they were putting him in more danger by calling the police.
Yeah, Lord.
Do you think so?
Yeah, that could have went worse.
So look. Yeah, that is a terrible situation. That's a terrible situation. But you also go into a trap house full of niggas that you beefing with that's been threatening you the whole time, and it's just you with a pistol. That's just as dangerous to me.
Get that nigga Draco.
I feel like that's just as dangerous. Like, I feel like neither of them is win-wins.
Yeah, ain't no win-win in that scenario.
I just think it's a terrible situation.
I don't think.
Okay, my last one. We'll keep it quick. Cousin Sticky
So, cuz
and his homie Daquan are running from 12.
Sticky stays some sticky.
They end up in the woods and police are on their trail. They hiding at this point, right? Like behind a tree. So the cops are close and Daquan fucking sneezes. He allergic to oak, right? So the cops, they apprehend Daquan. They put him in cuffs. And they be like, just walk this direction, we go into the car. And Daquan yells out, Sticky, you could come out from behind that tree over there. You caught, bro. We all caught, bro. Sticky is livid. How do you handle this situation, Sticky?
Hey, Sticky, when I get out the box, nigga, I'm beat your ass. Hey,
No, Sticky didn't snitch.
Daquan's
snitched.
I'm saying, if I'm Sticky, I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm gonna beat your ass. Hey, we fighting. Like, nah, that's fucked up. Hey, I don't care if we got caught today, tomorrow, next year. If you the one that got caught, nigga, you was by yourself. But no, sir, we saw you with
Real
people. No, I was by myself. I don't know them folks. I don't know what you talking about.
Real nigga shit.
If we all was doing wrong, that's not snitching.
Have y'all ever
That is snitching.
In any scenario, you got caught in trouble with your parents or at school.
I'm sure I probably did that.
Somebody
with
was
Gerard.
Hey, come on, bro. We caught. I know I did that shit.
I know I done did that with Gerard, because my cousins and shit. I'm sure I did that. Not to that extent.
Not
I ain't doing that with
The
the
thing is,
police.
I've always been the oldest in my family, so I've never.
So they was snitching on you.
I wouldn't give them a chance. I would just take it before they could snitch.
Yeah, I was the youngest, one of the youngest, so I definitely was me. But
I'm sure I done did it before.
in that situation, man, that's so fucked up. Yo, goddamn allergy having ass get caught. Hey, we caught, bro. Come off from out of there.
What? That's some type
wild
of shit
shit.
you gotta. Hey, listen. Put me in the same cage as this nigga.
Please.
We gotta scrap.
Cause hey, if I'm in there, I'm gonna catch a charge and rubber. I'm gonna beat your ass in jail.
That's
And then when we get out, I'm gonna do it one more time.
You a different type of disrespect.
No, that's you was turning some op like that.
Yeah, you are op.
You are op like
Unless you're blood, like blood.
That's
You
some
could be a op. You could be a op blood.
I mean,
Double entendre.
it depends on what we did.
Listen, me and Gerard do that shit.
That's op.
Me and Gerard gonna have an issue.
Yeah, that's
for
wild
real.
shit,
And we
bro.
gonna be at the family reunion beefing. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
That might be one of the beats that just on site. Like I'm always gonna be ready.
I might, now the respectful thing I might do if like a cousin or a brother or somebody did that to me. Yo, especially if it's like the consequences weren't as extreme. Listen, I ain't over this shit. So until we catch a fade about this shit, stay away from me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they both get out. It wasn't like the biggest crime.
Let's say it's our first charge, both their first charge. You know what? Let's catch this fade real quick.
And you know what? This nigga ain't lying. I done see him catch fades.
Let's catch a fade. Let's just catch a fade.
Shoot that one out.
Yeah, we gotta shoot that one out. So, anyway.
Facts and cap. I can't really whistle, so. Does an entrepreneur have more freedom than a 9-to-5er? Facts or cap?
Fuck no. Oh, I mean, I can't speak for all entrepreneurs, but I would say probably on average, no.
On average.
Because I feel like that's cap. I'll say that's
Freedom,
cap.
facts or cap. Then
Freedom?
a 9-to-5er, yeah. More freedom.
Oh, I didn't know you said freedom.
Facts or cap.
Yes.
I would say it's.
I'm gonna say facts,
Why?
but I'm not saying it's positive or successful freedom. You just have more freedom as an entrepreneur to
Do what you want
do what you want to do. Now, is that gonna guarantee make you money? No, you're taking a gamble, or you don't know where your business is. Now, if you're working a 9-to-5, it's a business that has a structure. You're gonna get this amount of money regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that, yes, they have more freedom, but their freedom comes with
Okay.
wins and losses.
So let me
I was about to say.
add some context to where I got this question from. There's a post that says, there's a picture of a dude
I know exactly what you're talking about.
with his baby, and then another picture of a dude with his sons. But it doesn't matter. The quote is, I'm not an entrepreneur because I love money. I'm an entrepreneur because I love being able to cancel all my plans to spend the day with my sons. So that would
Yeah,
imply
I mean, so look,
that if you're an entrepreneur,
I would
you
say
have the
that. I would say
cancel.
for his business, maybe. It depends on the level of success that your business is doing.
So I quantify the
So
question
if
saying
I-
on average, the
Yeah.
average entrepreneur, that means from this level of entrepreneurship to that level, you add them all up.
Let's say that. Let's say
average
that.
9-to-5er, we
Let's
get more
say
freedom.
that you're talking about. Okay, let's say this. Let's say you're an entrepreneur, right? Let's say you're a barber, and you average 50,000 a year, compared to a man who has a corporate job who averaged 50,000 a year. You saying it like that? Like maybe y'all on the same level?
No, just on all the jobs.
Okay, so I can't really.
Barbershop,
I would say
restaurant,
this. I mean, you could say that, but it also just depends like what you dedicated to. So like if you working in a struggling business where you understaffed and you kind of have to be there, then you don't have that. So you can't afford that same freedom.
do not have it. That's
But the
cap.
guy who works, he could easily request off. He might be able to call off.
What
It
job
just-
you can't call off?
Yeah, I'm saying he might be able to call off
You
2
might-
days in a row
You
and
might
make
get
him
a- You
alive.
might get a ding, but
Yeah.
there's like a limit.
Yeah.
Any most jobs.
So yeah, it just
I
depends
work
on.
grocery store jobs, and there's like you
Yeah.
get like 4 call outs before
Yeah.
you get a ride or some shit like
Yeah.
that. As an entrepreneurship, if you own a barbershop and you popping and
And you don't go, and other people can't.
your second person call out and you got to lock the shop, you got to do all the money. You can't just
You
your
ain't
son
got
say, hey, I
nobody
want
that you can trust to help hold the money.
You got to do that.
Because you going out of town. You can't even trust it because last time you had Sticky
So-
get the money. And it ended up missing.
So it's like, as an entrepreneur, you have all the responsibility for your company.
Yeah, I don't
So
necessarily agree.
now, if you work from home, you have a flexible schedule, of course. But there's 9-to-5ers that work from home.
Facts.
So
Yeah, I think that's cap just because it's so many different variables into that. I can't necessarily just
and
make
the
that.
highest of if you do real estate, yeah, you can cancel something, yeah. But
No,
I feel like most startup entrepreneurship, you have all the responsibility.
I get
As
you.
a 9-to-5er,
But you still have from the way you worded your question, yes, you still have more freedom. You can. Business might not keep
So,
going, money might
I
not
thought
keep
you was
coming
gonna
in,
go to
but you
this.
still can.
I thought you was gonna go to this. Well, I seen today somebody posted up a picture. They said, people who work when you work a 9 to 5, and it was when you work at a corporate job schedule, and it said 9 to 5, and it said when you're an entrepreneur, and that shit said you work from goddamn 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. Like basically
you work
say.
way more.
They say, yeah, you putting in way more work. You bring your work home. Think about it.
fact.
Well, I don't gotta bring no work home.
Entrepreneurship is way harder.
Yeah,
It's way harder than.
I think that
that's why
the allure of entrepreneurship is that you're free, but you're really not free
You're not free.
until you're successful.
Ding, 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 ding,
And that's the thing.
There's a difference.
Whereas to when you work a job, a corporate job, or just a job in general,
Schedule.
you have your own advantages to that.
You like the spontaneous get out, bro. I can call out.
Yeah.
I'm not
I can take
responsible
off.
for
Let me
that.
take a half a day. Let me fake like I'm sick.
I'm sick. I can't make it.
Now
No
I think
real
that the thing
responsibility other
is,
I didn't say.
I think it's
I didn't say what I was saying when I say facts is like you can do that with no consequences, except for it's gonna hurt your business.
It's a big consequence.
But that's what I'm saying. Are you really
when you
free?
do it, you're free to do it. That's a choice. You have the choice.
That's the case. Yeah, you free.
More free.
Yeah,
No, because you have no consequences. As
you
far
do
as,
have consequences.
you have no consequences.
We just
as far-
said it.
As far as losing your job, but
Nigga, you might lose your business.
It's your business. You never know what can, like it's
back to school
okay,
week. It's back to school week and your ass don't come to work. And now your clients is like, damn, this nigga gonna take off during back to school week. Now 50% of your clients are like, man, fuck this nigga, he ain't reliable.
And he not
He ain't
reliable.
I didn't
reliable.
say it wasn't gonna hurt you. It's gonna hurt. But
That's what I'm saying.
you could be at a corporate job 9 to 5 and do that shit. They'd be like, you know what? It's Georgia, nigga. It's
You say
right
nigga
work
fight
state.
for a
They
reason.
can just fire you. Yes.
But we saying
in Georgia, you can do that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it can't.
What we
What's
know that
more
there's a
likely to
possibility.
hurt? What's more likely? You get fired for taking off one time because your son wants to hang out with you, or you're entrepreneur, you own a barbershop, your son want to hang out with you during a busy weekend and it hurts your business. What's more risk?
You're paying yourself or somebody
Yeah.
else paying you.
I mean, I'm just saying, a barber, you gonna get your clients back.
Any entrepreneurship, you got car wash.
I'm just saying,
you
like,
got-
it's based off your question, the way it was worded to me. I just feel like entrepreneurship is a bigger risk.
I just think that that's the allure of entrepreneurship. That people think that oh, I don't have to work because I'm a boss.
I didn't say it was a great move.
No, you gotta take out. There's people who own Mexican restaurants and they're working 7 days a
They
week.
working.
Well, I might have Friday and Saturday or Saturday and Sunday off.
One of my partners is a manager at a food spot, and like he owned it, and it's like he hires managers, assistant managers, but it's scheduled out. Assistant manager call out on the weekend. He off.
You here?
He gotta go in there. He got to. What happens? The store gonna shut down for 2 days. He can't afford that electric bill that he gotta pay. That water bill. That he
And
gotta
also think about when you have your own business. Think about the amount of people that quit. Think about the amount of unreliable people.
No, that's
You only depend on yourself in your own
I
job.
get that. It makes sense, but just
way less
the
responsibility.
way I
You could ask me to come in. I can say
The
no.
way I heard the question, I just felt like.
No, it ain't a right answer.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
an
that's
opinion.
your opinion.
But everything y'all saying is true. Like I said,
Me personally, I just
it's
feel
harder.
like
It's harder.
I think it's way harder to do entrepreneurship.
I just think it's
And-
levels to the shit.
And the idea of Justin said is like, oh, I'm my own boss. I don't have to work. That's what people say. I'm good. I can call out any day I want.
You
Maybe
can
when
have-
you're successful,
you can
When
literally-
you're the boss,
Ask
you
yourself
work
this.
more.
you work more.
Ask yourself this: you a boss. Now you've been planning this trip to Turks and Caicos for 6 months with your old lady, just for 3 niggas to get sick, Corona.
Your store get caught on fire. You gonna go?
Corona happened. 3 people out.
If I work for there, I work for you.
That
Mr.
whole shit.
Entrepreneur. Your store get caught on fire.
The whole shit from last night. The whole shit from last night. Been keep deep in contact with each other. Corona didn't hit.
All-Star Weekend. Who? Man.
You can't get nobody to come in. They all out of town. It's All-Star Weekend. Y'all think about those type of situations.
Yeah, man. It's interesting. Facts and cap. You was mentioning LeBron James for
Again, you kind of slurred a little bit.
LeBron James became the owner, minority owner for the Red Sox, right? So got me thinking about baseball. Y'all remember Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa,
Yeah.
Mark McGuire,
Realest niggas ever.
Steroid crew.
Steroid Crew. You know, none of them in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
Do y'all think, facts or cap, should baseball players who own all these records, should they be in the Hall of Fame during the steroid era? Why? Speak on it. So for context, I think the way they do it now, the media votes, and it's just open voting. You need like 60-something% to be, like 70%, like 3/4 of a vote to be considered a Hall of Famer. And up to now, it's just ambiguous. It's like you want to vote for him, you don't. There's writers that don't vote for steroid users. There's writers that haven't. There hasn't been, to my knowledge, any full known steroid user that make the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah.
Allegedly, yeah, but like the ones that got caught or kind of known,
So
they don't get voted.
So question: do you think Alex Rodriguez will make it then?
Definitely, Alex Rodriguez will make it.
Because he admitted it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you think they'll give it to him because he admitted it?
I think like he won't be a first ballot for sure. No.
Yeah.
You don't think so? I do.
I bet.
They're gonna punish
I
him.
love A-Rod.
You gotta look at the climate.
They're gonna.
He's
Look at Terrell Owens. Should be a first ballot Hall of
They
Famer.
didn't love him. They love A-Rod.
They don't love him. They love
They ain't
Peter.
gonna love him that much.
But I feel like he's gonna get punished. If there's gonna be one to get in, I think it'll be
It'll
him.
be him.
But it's not gonna be the right away. No.
Okay, so
A-Rod will be their first ballot.
But do you think
Guaranteed.
that knowing how crooked baseball is, where everybody using steroids, it was legal at the time.
yeah, do I think that they should make it?
They should make it.
I think they should make it because I think like that's a whole era.
Mm.
It's not just them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole era.
Baseball, you can't just ignore that era.
And nobody, to my knowledge, nobody has proven Barry Bonds took it.
No,
Now you can physically look at
I think
it.
he plead the fifth.
Basically, he ain't been proven
He
guilty.
ain't been proven guilty yet.
So my thing is, you can look at it, but this is all. That's why I don't agree with necessarily all the time letting the media decide who makes it.
Who should?
Probably just players, ex-players,
I used to think that. But
maybe
I
coaches. I don't know, like.
But media, the reason why I give it to them because they get paid to cover it. Ex-players, they know the game, but they don't watch the game.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this then.
Who else
Okay.
watches
That's a good
the
point. That's a good point. Let me ask you this though.
Fans are kind of.
So, I know we talking baseball, but that's why we talk football, right? The media gets you in there. So that's the reason why T.O. it took him so long to get in there.
Yeah, they have bias.
Now T.O. ain't never been in trouble outside of football. He ain't never had no problems with the law.
Never.
If you look at him and Randy Moss stats, they're damn near identical.
Yeah.
Randy Moss was a first ballot Hall of Famer. You literally, to me, in my opinion, you got Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Terrell Owens are considerably the top three receivers to ever play.
Consensus. Top
They
three.
consensus will say why? Because they said he was toxic to the locker room. Not everybody felt that way.
That's not even like a real
We watched him play with a broken foot
ball
in the
out
Super Bowl.
But to me, the toxic in the locker room, that's not even like a
Like what? Who
reason
hasn't-
to not be on.
Yeah, like
Because
who
if
else
you really
is
look
toxic?
at like some of the players that are
Who hasn't had a toxic moment in the? You mean to tell me you don't think that Tom Brady hasn't done some shit that he probably
Tom
shouldn't have
Brady
did?
probably is top 5 toxic players.
So it's like to me, that's just you're gonna have your biases.
Yeah.
You facts.
I
But
don't know, man.
steroid era.
Fucked up. Listen,
I mean
it's a whole era. You talking about probably 20 years of sport, 10 to 10 years of baseball. What, you gonna erase all of that? No.
Do one more. Facts or cat? I'll do this one. What's more dangerous? Facts or cat? Is a man with a gun more dangerous than a man with a book?
Oh my God! Here that shit go.
Facts or cat? Now,
I don't think that's the right answer to this.
I'm gonna add context.
What kind of book?
I'm gonna add context to this. This is how I interpret. Y'all can interpret the way you want. You can interpret it literal. I don't interpret it literal. I interpret it as this. Is a man with a weapon, what's more powerful? A singular weapon or knowledge from, or knowledge?
If I got that weapon, nigga, I'm more
Knowledge.
powerful.
What's more powerful? The knowledge or the weapon?
Knowledge.
I ain't
Facts or
trusting
cat?
no nigga with a gun. I'm sorry.
Nigga said he go to the club with a book. Put your hands up.
I mean, listen, I get the metaphor.
You know how to zigzag and all that shit?
Listen, I get the metaphor, I get all that.
Get for gab.
Man, listen.
You read a book that teach you how to diffuse a situation, or you can organize.
Nigga,
So you telling me?
I think a nigga with a
Alright,
book is way
let's
more
go.
powerful
Let's
than
go
a
back.
nigga.
Let's go back.
So like, you give a nigga a gun, you give a nigga knowledge. Who gonna take over the hood?
All right, that nigga that walked into the spa, and it was somebody that had knowledge.
See, when
That
you
nigga that
first of
walked
all,
into that spa with that gun, you telling me it was somebody that could...
So what if I told you, right? This hypothetical, the nigga got controlled by somebody. Somebody with the gift of gab made him do that. Who more powerful? The nigga that's in jail right now, or the nigga that's still talking and controlling that narrative? And he got that from reading.
This shit is so vague, bro.
It is vague, but it just goes, who more powerful? The man with the gun. Like, what's more powerful, a gun or the Bible?
A The gun or the Bible?
Gun or the Bible? What's more powerful?
That's not even. Oh my god, bro. I'm
Go
going
ahead,
like this.
speak on it, bro.
At the end of the day, the nigga
You
with
running
the
from the
gun.
nigga with the gun?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm running from the nigga with the gun. If the nigga tell me, hey, yo, this is my block. I'm super strong. I get for gab. I might not run
That's
from
one
you.
example.
I might try to talk to you, but the nigga with
That's
the
not-
gun in his hand, I'm not reasoning with you, nigga. I'm running. If I don't got no gun,
Alright. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying.
I'm running
that's
away.
one example.
The
Get
nigga
gab.
with the
It
gun-
could be to plan, like, you can learn a lot from reading.
we know. I listen. I read every day.
So it's like you can strategize, you can be prepared, you can see shit coming.
And you could be strategizing and still get your ass shot. Like goddamn Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X, nigga, they still got shot. And they was smart as hell.
Hey, bro.
But it didn't take a genius to fucking shoot their ass.
But look at the impact that made.
You can't outrun a
I don't
bullet.
give a fuck, they dead.
Dead, nigga.
He dead, all die. The fuck
I
you
ain't saying
turn,
you
I
can
can't believe you fell for
every
that.
guy, nigga,
I can't believe you fell for that. You was watching that shit on Twitter where the nigga was running with the gun in his hand. And then they had the book and he was like, good. Don't do this, young son.
I think a nigga with a book way more powerful than a nigga with a gun. Personally. But I'm looking at the bigger picture. Not one book or is it one nigga with a gun.
But the nigga
No.
don't always get to the bigger picture that's just talking.
Nah.
The nigga with the gun don't give a fuck.
Nah.
You don't know what the
That
next
nigga high out of his mind. He
A
don't give
nigga with a
Y'all
gun.
added shit. You made a nigga crazy. You made a nigga high. A lot
A
of
nigga
niggas got
with a
guns.
gun,
Some
you don't
niggas-
know what they going through. You're unpredictable. A nigga with a gun is unpredictable. Now, unpredictable nigga with a book in his hand, you can't
You
cause that kind of. My
literally-
life ain't in danger, nigga.
Literally, obviously, a nigga with
That nigga about to
You have a
read the
book in your
Old
hand.
Testament and shit. Like, I don't know what the hell you going with.
Right, like nigga, I might.
Y'all done? I got some. Nah, I'm gonna save it for next week.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask
I
one.
got a good what's scenario for y'all next week.
Back to Cap, you can ungay yourself.
What's that mean?
And on this episode, we're done.
So you can be gay and then be like, you know, niggas say, I don't like men's no more.
That's a fact.
Can you ungay yourself?
I'm not gonna say that, but I believe like it's a choice, right? Like if a nigga say, just hear me out. If a nigga say, yo, I used to fuck with dudes, right? You be like, okay, you gay. You go, I don't fuck with him no more.
You still
And he never fuck with him again.
But you know what? I feel like that's not necessary. If you're still attracted to men.
What if you say you're not? You're not gonna believe him?
I
Or
don't.
you gonna,
I'm not gonna believe him.
so that's the issue. So like that's the difference.
No, the issue,
If you-
I think
that's the
that-
difference. My bad. That's the difference. If you say
You might not
if
be
you're once
attracted to-
attracted to men, you're always attracted to men. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I think that you don't think that.
I do.
So you.
but I'm just saying.
Like,
For argument's sake, like you.
Don't argument sake. Tell me how you feel. You feel like if you're
Obviously, we
attracted,
all- this
if you like men.
episode will be over already.
I feel like this. I feel like this. No, this is what I feel like. I feel like if you're attracted to men, right, and then you say, you know what, I'm not gay no more. You're just acting against. You might be very heavily disciplined, like you're acting against your own natural feelings.
So what if you wasn't gay at first, right? You was talking to girls, and then you end up being gay when you're 40. Are you not?
Because you went from an experience. You went from an experience. I mean, I think that if you are a man, right, and you said you was fucking a woman. And then you got that Frank Ocean, a new feel.
Yeah.
And now you like men.
I told you.
So you could be necessarily.
This took us out. Is this?
You could be bisexual, or you could be gay. But I don't think that you can. Once you've done that and you enjoy it, I don't see how you gonna be like. Even if you don't act on it, you know that you liked it.
Nah.
What if you didn't like it?
What if you?
If you didn't like it, then I would kind of more so. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I would
like
say that.
broccoli as a kid. I can eat that shit now. Does that make me?
Alright, this is my thing. And this right here.
I would say.
You lose taste.
I don't know about that. I feel like your attraction is what makes your sexuality, right? So I just feel like
So
if
you
you're
feel like-
sexually attracted or you're attracted to men, you might not act upon it, but I feel like within your body you're still attracted to men, but you're just not acting on it.
Salt bae.
So that makes you gay?
So you let him put the meat in your mouth.
Yeah, if you're attracted to men and you're a man, then you're gay.
So if a woman is
I would say
attracted to a woman but never wants to be with a woman, they just think they're beautiful, that makes them gay?
Is that attracted? Is that being attracted? Or like if you're when you're attracted to a woman, like if you're a woman and you're attracted to a woman, you're like, yo, this is what I like about this woman. Like especially if we're talking sexually attracted, this is what my attraction is to this person.
Sexy, but I would never.
You're just not acting upon your feelings.
I think
So then that's when you see these girls get drunk, and then one girl start eating out your pussy, and then next thing you know, you out here doing what you do.
Well, I think
that makes you gay.
You can be attracted to if you're a girl. You can like girls at one point in your life, and then be like, no, I'm not attracted to them no more.
So in my experience, I've seen girls who are attracted to girls, and then maybe they might have tried it out, maybe a relationship or just dealing with a woman, and maybe they was like, no, this ain't for me, and they ain't fuck with them. Now, would I still say
They're lesbian?
I would say that you like women. You're in.
They don't sexually turn me on no more. I don't like women's.
I ain't never. Okay, so
you ain't never met that.
I've never met that. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen a girl who was attracted to girls say, "I'm not attracted to girls no more."
Mm.
Now I've seen a girl
don't act on it no more.
Yeah, that don't act on it.
So if she don't.
That's the difference.
So if she don't act on it no more,
because she might say. She might have a reasoning like, I like niggas more, and I'm in a relationship with this nigga.
Whatever reason.
Yeah, I've seen.
So if she don't act on it no more, she's still gay to you?
To me, yeah.
Okay. So once you go gay,
if a nigga has sex with a nigga, so
that's gay. That's gay.
All right then.
What if you get molested?
That's different.
What's different?
You didn't have a choice.
But what if that?
You're not fucking. You didn't have a choice, bro.
I'm saying, what if now? I guess that's so.
We've had this conversation.
Yeah, like you're innocent in this whole situation, bro. Now, if you got it's unfortunate how it may have started, but if you were molested and then you end up liking men, you still gay. But it's just unfortunate the way that developed. If that's the way that you consider that developing. I'm not knocking anything.
No, I'm
just saying it's unfortunate that you have to go through that trauma.
That's trauma's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I just think
it's
possible you can be attracted to something and later in life stop being attracted to it.
I do too.
I think that
one and done. You think
I think that you can be
suppress it.
No, yes. That's what I think that you're doing. I think you're suppressing it. Really? Like really? Listen, if you're gonna tell me that a man can't do it, then I don't want to hear nothing about your argument.
I'm jokingly saying that, but
you ain't jokingly saying it because that's been an argument before.
I really don't think that it's possible. But
so a man can be gay.
Just said, bring him the salt, man. See how long he he stays straight.
So a man can put it like this. So if your homie has sex with a nigga, and then he be like, I ain't like it, so I ain't gay. I'm gonna be like, but you was attracted to him enough to. There was something about him that made you want to have sex with him. You feel me? There was something particular about that guy that made you want to have sex with him. So when you say you don't like it, you might not like it, and maybe it was too painful. I don't know. All I'm saying is, down the line, if you see another nigga, you could be attracted to him, but you just may be like, I don't want to go through the same shit that I went through with that other nigga.
And on that note, that's the cat. We out, man.
Facts and cats are finna go up, nigga. I'm just outside with my dog. Okay. I'm in la ciencia. Of course. You tryna move forward? Forward. Push.
He said, she said, he do what the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we go my back to back, and look at all the cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean, he said, he do what the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we go my back to back, and look at all the cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean, I'm in a sword. Come get your nigga, man, come get your boy. He like to jump to conclusion, he dumb to illusion. He stupid, the goofy little boy. Bro on his feelings and she on a horse. I'm a finagle, the beggar like horse. None of you niggas is trying to move forward. I'm done to hop off a Porsche, so hop in the Porsche when I'm back. Yeah, add it up and you ain't getting no break and you're bad enough. You got time for the drama, but you're bagging up. We drunk in the club, acting up on your bitch. Is what it is. Promise to be about the money, don't like it to dip. Young nigga coming like this. Promise the shit is a movie, I hate, I don't miss. He said, she said, he the what, the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean, he said, she said, he the what, the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean, watch how they watching me. Niggas was holding they last slab, but up here said they couldn't do none of me. Same ones handing out hashtags, but they couldn't even put a gun on me. All of these niggas is sons of me. I'm the original, you just the wannabe. I'm who you wanna be, better let go. Yippee-ki-yo, press the scribe and hit the fucking link in my bio. If you really bout it, you can slide, bro. If you really bout the drama, you can slide, bro. Ayy, petty pussy nigga on a psycho, ayy. Coulda murked the nigga on sight, though, ayy. Coulda had a sucking low lipo, ayy. None of you niggas could fuck with me. He said, she said, he the what, the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean, he said, he the what, the who? Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. Heard it, seen it, probably wasn't true. Hold up, nigga, talk about it, yeah. He said, we said, wasn't going. Got these people acting like they know it. Facts and cash, we gon' my back to back, and nigga, all be cap if we ain't got the facts. I mean.